Exam is actually easy. Our seniors, most of the time they tell it's very difficult. The passing percentage is very low.
रियल प्रेशर एग्जाम का नहीं होता, रियल प्रेशर पापा मम्मी का भी नहीं होता, रियल प्रेशर होता है फ्रेंड सर्कल, देन देयर इज सोसाइटी, रिलेटिव्स,
as usual.
गाली देने के लिए रेडी होते हैं कोई ना कोई.
It became the mindset that they are giving the examination and Indians graduate are not giving the examination. So there must be the difference between the foreign graduates and Indian graduates. We should not feel any inferiority that we are giving an examination, so we are not as good as the Indian students.
Where you all guys were topper during med school or average student, and did you fail some exams any point of your journey?
It's a funny question actually.
Because what happened?
Your phone fails, yeah. College experience, how can I say? It was like the Hogwarts from the Harry Potter.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, people from different part of the world, they're in the same place and having fun, learning the magic of saving lives.
Good morning, my name is Shinmanan and you have started watching my channel Earthly Existence, and today is episode number 4 of my podcast with Earthly. And today we have guests. Those all are from Kazan State Medical University. They have cleared their FMG exam. It's December 2021 with highest score, and they cleared it with flying colors. So I would like to introduce all of them one by one. Dr. Oshiva, hi sir. Then Dr.
Hi.
Ashish Gade, congratulations sir.
Hello Chinmay.
Omkar sir.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Omkar sir.
Hello Chinmay.
Dr. Ajinkya sir.
Hello everyone.
And most loved person, Dr. Ranjit sir.
Hello everyone, hello.
So let's start. The first question to all of you is, what were your reaction on getting this fabulous result? How you all scored 190 plus and 220 plus score even after COVID delay in exam? So first Ranjit
can start.
Yeah, Ranjit will start because he has got the highest mark, 224.
No, in this exam the marks doesn't matter actually, but it's our point of view. Anyway, I didn't even believe when I got 224, and I didn't believe the result PDF2. It might be fake. It was very exciting, and I told my mom and my dad, and they were so excited, and everybody was congratulating me. The work was hard. We worked hard for the exam, and the result paid off. It was very great.
Then Ashish sir, would you like to share something?
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, guys, he has got 208 score in his first attempt.
Yeah, that 208 doesn't mean in this type of examination. It's just a screening test. But we all were preparing with the same speed, and we were discussing a lot of things. So we were aiming just 160 plus marks, because that is the thing we can give all the competitive examinations like INICET and NEET as well. So
yes sir.
So it was a pleasant journey, studying along with the friends, and we all knew that we are going to pass, but our reaction, we didn't expect that I can cross the 200 plus mark. So I was just checking, I was sending my roll number to my friends. Just Omkar, I was watching the South Africa vs India test match, and Omkar just called me that the result came, and I just checked first time, it was 208. I again sent it to Omkar, please check mine.
All our friend circle got the same range of the marks.
It was totally unexpected. Very happy and relieved, and then I saw that no, it's not. Gharwale to bahut hi khush. They were so happy.
So, and last but not the least, Dr. Omkar sir.
Like I was checking on 28 and on 29 at 6 p.m. The friend message that result got out. Then I was downloading PDF. The downloading PDF and searching your roll number, finding out are you going to get pass or not.
My next question: how all of you started preparing for FMG, and what was your mindset towards exam? Does it really difficult to pass this exam? Was this exam too much hyped?
So before us telling you are from the same university, so our seniors set that trend of taking an online platform. So we were watching them in their sixth year that they took up online platform. So we decided why not we should also join. Like they also gave us the motivation. So they told them you have the time, so you should join earlier. So we started in the fifth year. The preparation was started. Like we took the online subscription. Like somebody took Miro or Prep Ladder. I think fifth year starting would like everybody has a ideal time to start, and you can complete all the subjects, see all the videos, and then in the last 6 months they are the only yourself that you have to revise.
Build up your basics throughout your 6 years, and that's very important. And you should understand everything and correlate with other departments and the subjects. So start from the fifth and sixth year, it will be better for them. But in my point, I started in September, and for the 6 months, it was nothing other than study. Waking up from the bed, sitting in the bed, and not going from the bed. So it was like that. Exam is actually easy. Our seniors, most of the time they tell it's very difficult. The passing percentage is very low. If you study hard, you have the points, you have the idea of the subjects, everything. It will be easy, I think.
I agree with Ranjit. The paper was below average. If anyone sees it, equilibrium, it was below than average. Because if a person studies a subject twice or thrice least, the paper was easy for him. But you have to be constant throughout the journey. अब होता क्या है, नया सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लिया मैरो का, नया सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लिया प्रिप लैडर का, है ना. फर्स्ट मंथ में चालू कर देते हैं फिजियोलॉजी, है ना, फिजियोलॉजी एनाटॉमी चालू कर देते हैं. तो दैट इज एक्साइटिंग. अरे खत्म कर दिया मैंने भर में. बाद में वो एक्साइटमेंट खत्म हो जाता है. बाद में फिर टाइम पास चालू. नो, एंजॉय तो करना चाहिए. एंजॉय इज yes, it is necessary. It should be a mandatory part of our life. But थोड़ा constant speed से पढ़ाई भी होनी चाहिए. And real pressure exam का नहीं होता. Real pressure पापा मम्मी का भी नहीं होता. Real pressure होता है friend circle. क्योंकि आपके friend circle भी तो उतने होशियार होते हैं ना आपके जैसे.
Of course.
Yes. Then there is society.
Yeah,
relatives.
As usual.
गाली देने के लिए रेडी होते हैं कोई ना कोई. है ना. रियलिटी है.
Of course.
तो ये सब चीजें होती कि वो आपको ड्राइव करती पढ़ाई करने के लिए. रियली प्रैक्टिसिंग फ्यू सब्जेक्ट्स इज बेटर देन नॉट रिवाइजिंग ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स.
Okay. That was nice.
That is important. Yes. And one more thing, don't just solve MCQs.
Yeah.
अभी एक बंदे ने अगर 10,000 MCQ सॉल्व कर दी और एक बंदे ने 5,000 MCQ सॉल्व किए, बट वो 5,000 वाला बंदा अगर वो MCQ को 2 या 3 टाइम्स रिवाइज कर रहा है, तो he is better than the one who has solved 10,000 MCQ.
For me, the exam was easy to moderate. I started preparing from August and attended daily classes, online classes. And during nights, I used to reread those topics and attended MCQs to build my active recall.
According to me, the exam, I wouldn't say it was easy. For me, it was a moderate one, because the framing of the question, the language which they use in the examination is a professional one. You can see the recall. The language of the recall is like basic English. But if you see but if you read the question in the examination hall, it is so professional that you have to pick one pathognomic word and you have to work on it. You have to think, you have to rule out option, and you have to answer. Last 6 months is the gold, platinum, and whatnot.
So shall we move to next question? MG graduate feels or have inferiority complex than other medical graduate like Indian medical graduates?
It's the way that we are portrayed here. But after completing exams, most of us have the hope that we can be equal. But sometimes we can get problems in the workplace that they might not give preference for us.
Yeah.
But if you work hard and you know all the skills, and if you do good, you should not have any inferiority, complex.
I think it's not a matter of the students. Because of the government, because the government had put an examination for an foreign medical graduation, And so it became the mindset that they are giving the examination and Indians graduate are not giving the examination. So there must be the difference between the foreign graduates and Indian graduates. We should not feel any inferiority that we are giving an examination, so we are not as good as the Indian students. So it's just a mindset.
Like in my opinion, like about the inferiority complex exists. Problem was that we were not getting the same ground as Indian medical graduates. Like they were having DAMs and other good faculties. They were getting to get knowledge from that whole 19 subject. But right now, we should not think about that because we also have that same platform, right? We can also get those online subscription, and so I think it's going to change in future. We'll be also equal to that Indian medical graduate. Like we are we'll be the real competition to them over here.
Yeah.
Upcoming next exam will be given by the Indian and foreign medical graduates, and if they provide better transparency, like if they give questions and answers after the exam and show where you made your mistakes and everything, so it will totally become a thing of the past, and there won't be any difference between the foreign and Indian medical graduate.
Next question is subject-wise study approach or integrated learning. So I would like to answer you all this question, like whatever subjects you were like best in. So just tell your best subject and approach toward that.
Okay. I started with surgery and medicine was my subjects that will score more, and I concentrate on them more because most of them skip medicine and or surgery and even other subjects, and it will give you 30 marks for solid. So you can score at least 20 marks over there. So if you cover all the major subjects and then integrate them with the smaller subjects, like most of the questions will apply on the small subjects too, and they will be asked in the larger subjects too. So starting with the subject-wise study and later integrating them throughout the other subjects will help.
When you are preparing for an exam, so my strategy was I have studied all the 19 subjects separately and then I integrated it. So basically you should have the basic knowledge of the subjects, then only you can integrate this. Medicine is my favorite subject. So I should have the knowledge of anat, physio, pharmac, patho, micro. Then only I can well integrate medicine with it. But instead of not having knowledge of basic subjects and directly studying the medicine, I think it wouldn't be practical.
Every student who is future aspirant of FMG or next, please do every subject, all 19 subjects. Don't leave any subject and don't integrate your knowledge unless you have read each subject at least once.
Major subjects were gynecology and medicine and BSM. I used to focus on these three, and surgery I completed last. And after, as Jinke said, after giving the first read, I started to clinically integrate each and every subject. If you take the GCT tumor, so it goes with pathology, and I used to integrate like this and made a few points like this disease was integrated like this and this, and I made a separate note of the hot topics and the important topics, and I used to give MCQs, and where I made those mistakes I noted it down in a separate note, and these were my main focus on those topics.
I want to add one thing, that just don't skip the radiology, because if you want to integrate if you want to integrate, just do radiology and you can integrate all the MBBS, all our 19 subjects and whatnot.
One more point I would like to just throw light on it. Previous year questions, most important thing.
Very important.
Previous year questions, you should be thorough with it. At least 4 years. Means FMG is
not only FMGs, like also NEET PG.
NEET PG also, INI CET also. Endometriosis. Every year, single question will be there for sure. PCOS, single question will be sure. Ectopic pregnancy, for sure one question is going to there. From ENT point of view, the fungal infection, the rhinosporidiosis would be there for sure. Yes, if there is a we take laryngitis or pharyngitis, in that part you will get epiglottitis or laryngotracheobronchitis for sure. One question is there. So what is the harm in doing that topic if you are getting short 1 mark? In medicine, diabetes, thyroiditis, whether it is hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism, you are going to get a question. In surgery, breast cancer, you are going to get a treatment part or a staging part, or you are going to get a sentinel lymph node biopsy part. So what is the harm in doing that higher topics? That is very important. And about the grand test, just don't give grand test casually. मतलब इस हफ्ते में दे दिया, चलो नेक्स्ट वीक में दे देते, अपने को 180 आ रहे, बहुत खुश. नो, डोंट डू लाइक दैट. अगर आप 300 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हो तो उसको रिव्यू भी करो ना. यू आर डूइंग लेस सिली मिस्टेक्स नेक्स्ट टाइम, एंड दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन दिस एग्जाम्स. हाउ मच यू डू द लेस silly mistakes in the exams, the higher you score.
You all told about grand test, but I want to add one question in that. Approach of solving MCQ and mainly clinical based MCQ. So start Ajinkya sir.
Yes. See, my strategy was given by my senior, one of the seniors. You must be knowing Yogesh sir. I was following his strategy. Huh? So what was the plan, how to solve the MCQs? See, there are 300 MCQs. Out of that, at least for sure you must be knowing 100 to 120 MCQ. So take a pen, paper, write those question numbers while solving the grand test. It will take hardly 1 second for writing the number of the question which are 100% sure that you think, and then review it after giving the grand test. Review it. Out of that means you were thinking that 100% I know this answer, how many are correct. Then review it and make a tally. If 120 you thought you were sure, but you got 80, means 40 are silly mistakes, because there are close calls. Out of 40, 35 must be close calls, no, of options. So that is the strategy present here. Doesn't know 300 out of 300 questions. So what is the next strategy? So try to rule out the options by solving the MCQ. The second thing you learn is how to rule out the options. Don't solve the grand test in series. आप भाई चलो आज सॉल्व कर लिया, कल भी सॉल्व करते, थर्ड डे भी सॉल्व कर लिया, बाद में महीना भर आराम से बैठ गए. नो यूज. सो हफ्ते में लास्ट दिन weekend, and try to solve in the exam time. Say if early in the morning 9 o'clock the exam starts, so try to sit around that time.
I agree to Ajinkya about the grand test, but this is the strategy for the last 6 months. So before even starting giving the grand test, you should know that when you are going to give your first grand test, let it be in any time in 4th year, 5th year, even in 6th year, you won't be sitting 3 hours, that for sure. And if you sit for 1 or 2 hours, your headache will, like, you will have the worst headache. Like, why I'm sitting there, why I don't know the answer, why I don't, because you don't have that energy, you haven't got stamina or capacity to sit for 3 hours. And in the exam time, like, these 3 hours are also less. So before even giving the grand test, at least just give for how much capacity you have sitting and reading the questions. Now how much I can sit for hours, how many questions I know, and when you give second or third grand test, like, it will increase. You will also start to knowing the question and the options, then 4th, then 5th, and then 6th. The more you give the grand test, the less headache you will have.
And all, you should have mnemonics in a funny way. If you are studying with a friend, you can make a funny mnemonic. It can be any kind of mnemonic. It should be understandable to you. And for the topics, hard topics, you have to have a basic knowledge of the topic, and you should know that if this kind of a case comes, it is the answer. It will be the right answer. You should know that. And when you read the question, if you should not directly look at the options. You should know automatically that this would be this diagnosis, and they might ask whatever. They might ask the treatment, or they might ask the diagnosis. So you should have the it will automatically click. And while reading the options, if you have doubt, obviously, as everyone said, you should rule out at least 2 options. It will be easily ruled out. And in the remaining options, you should, if you have 50 probability, then you should come back later.
It was very tough for me for sitting 2 hours continuously. I was like, कब खत्म होगा यार ये वैसे नहीं हो पा रहा है. Initially it was like that. I was not able to give the grand test. I used to like end in middle and go back to studying. But as time progressed, I was able to practice those MCQ. I was able to categorize the MCQ topic, the disease, treatment, and roll out the options. And noticed visible changes in my accuracy and efficiency. It was increasing day by day and day by day. And don't do difficult MCQs because they are totally useless for now. Try to start with the easy ones and then go on a pace higher. Because if you directly go to the difficult MCQs, then you won't be able to understand and you will be highly demotivated.
Yes.
Just start with the easy ones, go step by step and analyze your mistake after solving the MCQ, and at least review twice, because the quantity of the MCQs doesn't matter. It is a quality of the MCQ.
My strategy was just solving the MCQ and reviewing. As we know, many teachers say that perpendicular distance is the shortest one. So I haven't complicated the things. I have just solved the MCQ, solved the grand test, review it. And one of the important things that Omkar mentioned, to sit for the thing, just not for the grand test, but when you start the study, just you have to concentrate. You just can't sit 3 hours, 4 hours continuously. While telling my preparation, in the first week of my preparation, I was sitting just for 1 hour. Then gradually it get increased in.
What was your main source of motivation, and who was your idol, and whom do you want to share your success?
Okay, I'll start. My main source of motivation were my family, friends, and teachers, because each and every one of them played a part in my success, and without them, I think I wouldn't even be here in the first place. And about motivation, it is important to talk about demotivation too, because during preparation of this exam, I think everyone at some phase of their preparation goes through demotivation, and you have to build yourself mentally for this exam step by step. It may be slow and tiring, but it should never let you keep you down. Like you said, that you should not stop for a week and take rest in between. You have to keep going through and keep preparing. You have to not stop and stagnate in the middle of your preparation. You have to keep going. And if you ever feel that you're getting demotivated, at least have someone to talk to and share your thoughts and express what you're going through. Let it be your family, your mother, especially your parents. They totally know what you're going through. Talk to them.
Motivation and inspiration only last till the subject is before us. So if you want to keep real motivation and inspiration, have friends like Ajinkya and Ashish who are constantly studying, so you also get a motivation. You have to also do good friend circles that are also studying, so you also get motivated to get up and study, discuss with them. And in my preparation, that they were the constant source. We used to group study, we used to call. And of course, one day I used to feel demotivated, so Ashish used to call, or he used to be demotivated. I used to call, we used to always call each other ye nahi aa raha yaar, wo nahi aa raha. So we used to explain each other. In the last 6 months, it's very important to also have a good study partner. So whenever Shiva said, it's also important to talk about demotivation, demotivation, failure, self-doubt. This will be we will be present even before starting the preparation. Tell yourself, I am going to go through these phases. I am to getting failed, not getting MCQs right. This will be there, but everybody says, and that is the cliche, that keep believing in self. But at you can see it, and it's going to pay you off. all the hard work you are going to do.
Mummy and Papa gives you positive energy to do hard work, smart work, but they don't give you reality check. सबको अपने बच्चा प्यारा होता है ना, तो बोलते हैं अच्छा है आगे अच्छा करेगा, like that. But what friend circle do और good friend do, गाली दे देते हैं सीधा, तो आपको पता चल जाता है आप कितने पानी में हो. दे रियलिटी चेक वो आपको आपके सीनियर्स या फिर आपके अच्छे दोस्त वही दे सकते हैं रियलिटी चेक.
In my case, it was Purushot who was on the floor in my room, and Oshuva, we three both studied together. So it was very easy for us to go through the 6 months.
Where you all guys were topper during med school or average student, and did you fail some exams any point of your journey?
It's a funny question, actually.
Because what happens?
All fails, yeah.
Because what happens? Student thinks all those who clear MCR, they are like a big person. They must be studying for 10 hours and all that stuff. But I want to know the truth from you.
So you can also, Chinmay, you have seen us. We were just Ranjit and Oshiva were also our.
You know our reaction. My last was what.
Party हो रही है. Party हो रही है. Having fun and studying at the same time, like.
Yes.
जब fun करना होता है तब fun कर दे. जब पढ़ाई करना होता है तो एकदम totally fun off and study on every time. When you're studying, you should study the whole time and don't get distracted. So and use the time other than the studies to get whatever you want to do.
Like you said, like we all consider not ourselves a topper. Like we are all average student in school, also in medical college, also. But it's like what you do for the 6 years, like having building concepts and believing in yourself, like all these things. Like you also fail exams in your college days. It's not like that you are going to pass every exam. It's just that. After like failing an exam, you are just going to give that exam next week or next month. Everyone here is an average student who work just really hard and just clear the exam. So I think every foreign medical graduate, like 5% will be talented, but every 90% will be hardworking.
Closer to the examination date, you get that feeling. Self trust पे भरोसा उठ जाता है, मतलब कि यार I did 19 subjects, अभी कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा.
Yes,
That
sir.
happens to every guy. So I want to tell that it will happen to every one of you, even you. It will happen.
Yes, of course.
But you have to pass that time, and
Yes.
you have to believe. Yes, मुझे आ रहा है, and I will get that question right on the day of the examination. That is the time what matters the most.
Yes. Experience of doing MBBS from foreign country like Russia, and specifically our university, Kazan State Medical University, that we are part of. And any message for students who want to do MBBS abroad, they should go for it or not.
Actually, this is the question which we can't express in the one line.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
the whole, I think it differs from person to person. According to me, this was the best decision which I have taken to study in the Russia, especially in the Kazan State Medical University. Yeah, and Kazan is such a beautiful city, and not just Kazan, Petersburg, Moscow, Sochi.
I would like to say, like all the foreign medical graduate, enjoy as much you can, because life here is after the clear the exam. All seniors say you are going to get a lot of work, very stressed. So enjoy that 6 years. Or also who are thinking of going to foreign medical. Any countries, like you are going to give the same exam as the who are here in the government or in the private, and you are also going to get the same sources like you have to study. So you can choose if you want for foreign medical any universities you want.
My college experience, how can I say? It was like the Hogwarts from the Harry Potter.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, people from different part of the world were in the same place and having fun, learning the magic of saving lives. Like, कैसे बताएं यार? It's not possible. If someone asked if I would do it again, I'll damn sure do.
This question, advice for students who didn't clear MCI and who are preparing for upcoming MCI exam after 6 months.
Make sure that while preparing, take a paper and write down the subject and the source. You can use multiple sources, but write down the subject and the source, and don't change it till the end. Because what happens, sometimes we get PDF from somebody that somebody says that take this from this, you can study, but at the end it's just a mixture of sources. So just while you even of course there also some kind of luck factor, but while now preparing for who are going to going to give the exam or who hasn't passed, just make a proper source that you are going to revise and read from this source only, and trust that source, because at the end of the day, the portion is the same, the concept is the same, it's just you have to apply the knowledge. And don't get demotivated. I know it's very hard, hard to not to get demotivated in this time, but it's just a matter of the next 6 months that you will also be on the other side of the line.
If you think philosophically, we are the medical students, and we have chosen the medicine to study. So the life of the medical students is study, study, and study. So we should not regret that we just failed. We just failed in one exam. That will happen. Just don't make an issue that I failed. What will happen and like that. Just accept and study.
Anish sir, you want to end with some quote or something?
Yeah, it's the same as everybody said. You should take off some time and relax a bit. You've been studying for the past 6 months. I know it will be very tough to jump again into a new phase. So you should have some time off, and then basically slow and steady, you should start doing things, and revising the mistakes, and making a plan and sticking to it is very important.
I would like to quote, if you focus on results, nothing will change. But if you focus on change, I'm sure everything, even your results, everything will change.
Like to quote, because I'm a big fan. MS Dhoni always says, trust in your process rather than result, and enjoy the process, enjoy all the studying, because it's going to help you in practical in the later of the life. If you enjoy the process, it's going to pay off in the end.
Thanks to all of you for coming and accepting my invitation, and you were so humble, and I hope you will be in future also. So we will meet in future also if you have time. So please do accept invitation at that time also. So congratulations to all of you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chinmay. It was an honor.
Sir. Thank you, sir. So that's the end of the podcast, and we had all the FMG graduate from my university, that is our university, Kazan State Medical University. And if you like this video and if you find this video informative, please do have a look. And you can subscribe also if you want. That's not mandatory. Just take motivation and stay motivated.